How's it going in YouTube land? Today we're going to talk about a little bit about offer and acceptance in contracting, because this is how this is how men and women get tied up into things, and they don't realize that they have time limits in law. And if you don't meet these time limits or respond when you get something through the mail, you're kind of tricked into accepting it, and then they say you accepted it. And then, like, warrants are issued, any number of things by the prosecutor can happen after they deem that you accepted their offer. And they do it through the mail because that's basically the highest jurisdiction on the planet. And if they go through the mail, it was delivered to you as soon as they stamp it, and there's all these key things that people aren't aware of. As soon as it's stamped at the post office, you received it. As soon as it's stamped at the post office, they received it. So then you can get an offer when it's stamped, and then you can accept it or you can reject it. So you can reject it and send it back within a timely manner, as a man or woman would do, and then these things, they really don't apply to you the way they do it. If you do it immediately, and if you're a man or a woman and you take care of problems right away. So I'm going to read acceptance here, and it's basically due on offer and acceptance. But you listen to offeree and offerer, it gets a little confusing, so you have to keep up with it. So here's what it says. What is an acceptance? An acceptance is a manifestation of assent to the terms by the offerer made by the offeree in the manner invited or required by the offerer. In determining if the offeree accepted the offer and created a contract, a court will look at evidence of these three factors. Number one, the offeree intended to enter into the contract. So if you get it and you got it, it's like a hot potato. If you keep it, then you accepted it, and they'll go on like you accepted it. That's number one. Then it says the offeree accepted on the terms proposed by the offerer. So again, they're asserting that you agreed because you kept it and you accepted the terms. So they don't tell anybody, they just get in a little room and they say, well, they accepted it because they didn't send it back. Number three, the offeree communicated his acceptance to the offerer. Well, they're just going ahead and saying you agreed, and that's how it is. That's why you get into the problems. Because within that 3 days, you have to send it back, or they assume these three things, and then you're done for, typically. But that's really offer and acceptance, and I'm going to go over the three things again. Okay? The offeree intends to enter into a contract. So they kind of push it to you, and then they say, we got an official version from the post office that we sent it to you, and you got it, and you agreed. Then it says, number two, the offeree accepted on the terms proposed by the offerer. So whatever they put in there, you basically agreed to everything. You're guilty, you're going to pay, you're going to do jail time, they can issue a warrant, whatever. Okay? Number three, the offeree communicated his acceptance to the offer. So they're saying you agreed, and you meet the criteria of number three. So then they can go there and say he's guilty, he accepted it, now we got to issue a warrant, send him a summons, do all that stuff. So that's where a lot of people understand what's really going on, and they drop the ball on the whole thing. But that's something to think about. It's a little bit confusing. Go back and listen to the video. This is video number 20. And this is basic principles of how things are done and how you're tricked and how they put the bait out there, and then you just leave it there and you don't do nothing with it and you lost. And typically just a normal everyday Joe is going to throw it on the table, or he's going to talk to his friends or whatever. He's not going to take the appropriate action to cancel whatever it is and not to agree. So then all these things kick in. So hope you enjoyed the video. Watch all my other videos. Subscribe to my channel. There'll be a link below here if you'd like to donate. And my number's 419-560-6337. Ciao.